Tuesday, October the 13th. I'm telling you that the year is flying by. Next thing you know, we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving and turkey and Christmas and what we're going to do for the new year. But I want to thank you for coming to the Inspiration in 30. My name is Gloria Ward, and I'm the founder of this amazing I'm Loving Me project, where we are a platform where we inspire you to live your highest and truest self. And it's not only me that does this, I have a whole wonderful team behind me to make it happen, and some amazing coaches that will bring you all of this fantastic information to push yourself to live the life that you want to live. So I thank you guys for coming on. Let me tell y'all, nobody said anything to me yesterday. Ooh, I went to the post office. Remember, I told y'all that I was going to the post office to mail out the shirts. I go to the post office, it was open, and I walk in, but the the little gate was down. So I'm like, okay, but what time are they getting here? They like, it's a holiday. And I'm like, oh, well, what holiday is it? They like, oh, it's Columbus Day. I'm like, we still celebrate that? The only way you can send your package is if you use the self-service with the scale and all of that. And I'm like, I got too much stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and put all these packages here, especially if somebody's behind me, right? It wasn't anything that was simple. So I said, this morning, I'm going to go and get it done. But none of y'all told me that it was a holiday yesterday. And I was all in there too, just ready because I had my plan. I was going to stop at the post office, get the shirts mailed out, and then I was going to go ahead and get my day started and, continue that way. But no, y'all. So he said it was Columbus Day, and then Indigenous people, they were celebrating the Indigenous people. So I don't know. I really don't get caught up in that. But yeah, so your shirts will be going out today for those who asked for some. Okay. I also wanted to let you know that our Pink Week starts next week, the 19th through the 25th. And so during Pink Week, what we're going to do is we're going to have interviews. We are going to have a virtual party. Now, let me tell you what the virtual party is. We secured a space last week so that we can go, just a couple of people. It will be COVID friendly, and party for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And just celebrate all the survivors, the women who are in treatment. And we're doing that in conjunction with Harbor of Hope, which is a local breast cancer awareness organization here in Atlanta that provides financial assistance and also help for the caregivers who take care of people who have breast cancer. So we are going to party, raise money, celebrate, and everything. So we're just asking that you guys contribute and at least buy a t-shirt. The t-shirts are not ready. As soon as they're ready, I can show you what they look like. And all the proceeds, all the donations go to the Harbor of Hope, where we want to go ahead and, present them with them a check just for doing what they're doing. And then on Sunday, we have our Empower Her Soul session with our coach, Ellie Curry, where we're talking about how to have unstoppable confidence. So I hope you guys go ahead and get your ticket for that. The tickets are $20. You'll be able to see the links of everything down below that we're doing. And so you could come to our Empower Her Soul and have fun. And also, we're going to do a Zumba on Saturday. Now, I don't know how that's going to work, but we're going to make it happen where we're going to get outside and we're going to Zumba and dance to something. Okay. So just look out for that, where we'll be live. So we got interviews of breast cancer survivors. We're going to have a nice virtual DJ party. We're going to do some Zumba. And then we're going to end it all with our Empower Her Soul session on Sunday. So I'm really hoping that you guys participate in Pink Week. This is our first annual. So this is something that's new for us. So we're going to see exactly how it goes. Hey, Vanessa. we're going to see exactly how it goes and how it works out. So I really hope you guys participate. Tonight, we have a couple of interviews, and also I am being interviewed. Looks like every day. My team has it from different people. You'll see it on our Facebook. But what I wanted to talk about today was something that I wanted to piggyback on yesterday, because I've been reading a lot of stuff that's been going on ever since, the pandemic started. Because I'm saying to myself, how in the world are we going to get back to some kind of normal? Because people are not going to stay in the house forever, right? People are not going to succumb to this new way of life where you're not getting any type of social interaction. And if you do, when you go out, you're actually scared of people, right? You're scared that somebody's going to cough on you. You're scared that you're going to have the coronavirus, get the flu, whatever it is, right? But what was so interesting to me, y'all, is the fact that I read that 865,000 women left their job in September. Did you hear what I said? 865,000 women left their job in September because they have to be at home helping their kids, because they have to give up their jobs because they are sick, where they have to give up their jobs because of everything that's going on. When I read that, I was so shocked, because I said to myself, I was like, damn, we got 865,000 women who are basically unemployed, who are sacrificing themselves, because that's what we do, to make sure that we take care of our homes, we take care of our families, right? Some of us are single mothers. Some of us have or are married, right? But what are we going to do? What are we going to do in situations where we are forced to make tough decisions? How do we rise above that? Right? How do we rise above that and use it to our advantage? Because I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, if 865,000 women left the workforce, do you know what that's going to create? Either it's going to create a lot of chaos, or you're going to have a lot of female entrepreneurs who are going to figure out how they can make ends meet. Because what we know for sure is that we as women will always push ourselves and make things happen in order for us to take care of our family, because that's already in us, right? It is already in us to make those sacrifices. But I continuously ask the question, if you are in a position where you are being tugged around and you have to make hard decisions and you don't know what your next move is going to be, or how you're going to get through the day, or what you are trying to accomplish, and you don't know what the hell you're doing, how do you rise above that? And my thought process when I was doing my studying this morning is that you have to be able to stand on something that's a little bit higher than you. Because, see, a lot of women left the workforce because they felt they had to, right? But even going through what we're going through, we have to be able to understand that we have to stand on something that's a little bit higher than us to get us through this time. Because I'm telling you guys, We think that this thing is going to end. It is not. We got at least 2 more years before we start to figure out what it is that we're going to do, right? We think that the situation is bad, but it's really an opportunity. It's all relative on how you look at it, right? Yes, we got to take precautions. Yes, we got to be able to look at everything and where the world is going, but we have to see and rise above those things, right? I'll tell you a story. So here I am. I was telling you guys about all the stuff where I wasn't sleeping and everything, right? So yesterday I go out, the day was busy from actually today until like November the 1st. It's just going to be crazy, right? And I'm running around and I'm doing all this stuff or whatever, and I'm just saying to myself like, yo, I am going to have some kind of burnout if I don't get myself together, right? And I was talking to this lady when I got to one of my clients' places, and she was a new lady. She was new at the job. It was her first day. And I said, "Oh," I said, "You new here?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "So why did you choose this place?" She said, "Oh, because I needed a job and I needed something where I was close to my kids." And then she said, just plainly, she said, "I'm paying for so much stuff on my cell phone, all these little apps and everything where, excuse me, where each and every month my kids need something, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna, make it. And I'm a single mother and I just got this job and I'm grateful for it." And she just kept going on and on and on. And so I'm listening to her, and I said to her, I said, "If you had a choice to do anything you wanted to do, knowing the situation you were in now, how would you get out? What were some of the things that you would do to get out?" And she said, "Oh, the first thing I probably do is, save my money. The next thing I probably do is make sure that, I watch my budget. The third thing I probably do is just, make sure that my kids have what is necessary, but also, I spend more time with them and help them with their homework and all this stuff." So I told her, I said, with everything that you name, for every problem that you have, you already know the solution to it. You just got to figure out how to implement those solutions that you have and rise above your situations. Because if you can sit here and tell me the answer to your problem, then you don't have a problem. But we don't see it that way, right? What we see is that, oh, everything everything around me is crashing and falling, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to make this work. It's like, you're not perfect. You got to understand that. You're not perfect. God knows that. But what he does know is that when you are able to take a step, he will take a step, right? When you start to discover who you are and understand what you are capable of, you will actually see things happen in your life, and you'll see yourself move in the direction of where you want to go, right? We cannot let situations stagnate us. We cannot let what we see and what we hear predict how we live our life, right? We have to know that that burning desire inside of us, it is something that God put in us to bring out, right? So we have to look at our situations and we have to rise above them. And you know how. You might think you don't, But it's not until somebody asks you a question where you start to think about all the things that you can do, right? That's why I told the lady yesterday, I said, you're not stuck. You are not stuck. You are blessed with this job. And now that was probably a part of your list for when you got started and you got the job. Now you have to think about the next steps. How are you going to cut back? How are you going to get those apps off your phone so they're not taking $20 here and $20 there and all that stuff? Because she like, another $20 just came out of my account and another $20. I was like, wow, we ain't even received our first check yet. And you spending money, right? She was like, I know. And it's like, what's the answer? She said, I'm going to just cancel my card so nothing goes through. I said, well, let's go ahead and get started with that. Right? See, we believe that we don't have answers to our issues, our problems, where we want to go, where we really do. The only thing we need to do to help us out is we have to get with ourselves. We have to understand how important it is to meditate, relax, and think. Okay? I keep telling y'all, don't let the world rule you because it will if you allow it to. If you allow the world to rule you, it will. Right? If you allow people to take advantage of you and get what they want from you, they will. They will. We understand everybody wants what they want, including you. Right? Everybody wants what they want, including you. It is up to you, though, to make a decision that whatever situation that you in now, that you could rise above it by leaning on something higher than you, by getting with yourself and getting quiet and figuring out how you can get yourself out of whatever it is that you in, or how you can accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish, because you can. Right? When I look at that number, 865,000 women left the workforce in September, I see opportunity. That is 865,000 women who now have the opportunity to sit and figure out what they really want to do with their life, how they really want to live. Right? The biggest thing with us, as far as women, is that most of the time we have to be broken open to birth a new vision. We have to be broken open. Things have to occur. Circumstances have to happen. Life changes have to happen in order for us to be broken open, to have a new perspective on life and to birth a new vision. That's just what happens, right? But what I'm telling you is that when you see it and you feel that confusion, go ahead and attack it beforehand. Don't let life crush down on you so much where you don't know how to rise above your situations. You understand what I'm trying to say? With a few months that we have left for the new year, I hope that you're thinking about your goals and your dreams and where you want to go and how you actually want to live your life. If you sit here and tell me when COVID is over, I am going to do this, when COVID is over, I am going to do that, I'm not going to listen to anything else you're saying, because COVID does not stop what's inside of you. The world on the outside does not stop what's inside of you. What you think you need to accomplish is already here. You get it? It's already here. It's already inside. Outside influences ain't got shit to do with where you're trying to go and what you're trying to accomplish. How do you rise above that? Come up with a plan. How do you rise above it? Stay in community with people who are on the right track as you. How do you rise above it? You get with yourself and you ask yourself questions. What do I really want? How can I get there? What are the things that are holding me back from getting to where I want to be? How can I clean that stuff up in order to move me forward? How do I rise above that? Understand and know that you are not alone. It may look like it around you in your environment, but you are not alone. There's something higher that is pulling you and telling you what you need to do in your life. And if that's the only thing that you can see, then you rely on that. And I promise you, everything else will fall in place. Okay? How do you get from the current situation you in now to where you want to be? Rise above your situations and understand and know that you can do all things. That you can do all things and believe it. Because you can. Well, Gloria, I hear you and everything sounds good, but you don't know my situation and you don't know all the stuff that I went through and you don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I don't know your experience. I only know what you tell me. But guess what? You are not alone. There are plenty of people who suffered worse than you. There are plenty of people who are right now in the hospital begging God to be in your spot, begging God to be in your spot. There are people right now who wish they had half of what you have. And we got to learn how to rise above our situations. Because where we are in our life is right where God wants us to be until we sit back and understand that we have to discover who we are to get to the next level. We have to become somebody different to rise above. We have to attract different people to rise above. Yes. You can't rise and still be the same person because that person is living the life that you living now. But in order for you to live the life you want, you got to become somebody different. You have to rise above the situations and understand and look at yourself in that mirror and say, I am going to be the best version of myself as I can be, because damn it, I am tired of being in a situation that I am in now. Tired meaning I am not going to do the same thing that I've been doing because it's getting me nowhere. We got to understand and know that when we are broken open, when you are going through life, because life has challenged you, and you are in a sticky situation where you don't know or feel how you can get out, You got to understand that your way out of the bottom is to sit with God and help and let Him help you understand how you can crawl back up the well, how you can get back out. Because He is the only one that's there with you when rock bottom happened. We know that, right? When life hits you and there's nobody around, He's the only one that's there. And He is the only one that can show you how to crawl out of your situation. But when you out, you come out a different person. And when you are out, you understand that any situation that comes your way, you can rise above it. Right? So today, the point of the message is when you're looking at your life and you're looking at where you are, you're trying to figure out where you're going to go, how you're going to do it. Yes, you're going to wait till COVID's over. You're going to wait until next year. You're going to wait. You're going to wait. You're going to wait. What are you waiting for? Life is passing you by, honey. Life is passing you by. Next year is going to be about the same as it was this year. The year after that is going to be about the same as it was this year. And it's going to continue that way until you change. Do you hear me? Just because we come up on another year doesn't mean that everything turns around. It will change when you change. It will change when you make a decision. It will change when you finally say to yourself, I don't give a shit no more. I'm going to live for me. I am going to live for me. And when all those little things creep in, the doubt, the fear, and all that stuff or whatever, we talked about this before. You need a rock that you can stand on. You need a house that was built with bricks. You need a community where you can come and vent and get it out so that you continue to move on, so you can move forward and stay focused. To rise above any situation, you first have to believe that you can. You first have to know that whatever it is that you're trying to go after, that it's already yours. So know and believe that any situation you're in, you can rise above that situation. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you think it's small or you think it's huge or you've been there for years or you don't know how. There's always a way out. There are multiple ways out. You just have to make a decision on what it is that you want and be convinced that you can have it, because the how will come. So when I look at 865,000 women who left the workforce in September, they made a decision that this is something that they had to do for them and their family. The how, I see courage, because the how will come. The how will come. But the faith and the confidence and all that stuff comes from you. Okay? Nobody can't put confidence in you. You have to believe it. We can talk all day long, but if it's something that you don't believe, it's just not going to register. Just like I can't lose weight for you. That's something you have to take on. I can't make you love yourself. That is something you have to take on. Right? The only thing that I'm here to do is to remind you constantly of who you are. That's my job, to remind you of who you are. So when that negative self-talk comes, and when that doubt kicks in, and when that fear kicks in, I am here to tell you who you are, how beautiful you are, how loving you are, how you were created to do amazing things, how you are here to make the world a better place. You are here to get people to see who you are and change lives and smile. You are here to love. You are here to be in love. You are here to brighten up someone's day. That's what you are here for. And that's my job, to make sure that you continuously see who you are and never forget the power you really have, and to remind you what's already in you, and to get you to block out all that noise and keep you focused. Okay? So if you're looking at that situation today, figure out how you're going to rise above it. Figure out how you're going to get to where you need to be. It's a real busy day for us, so I got to go. But I love you dearly. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for listening. And don't just listen, act and do. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. DM me, send me a message, send me an email. I'll make sure that I respond to you. All right? I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And I'll see you later. Bye.